Hello students, in this video we are going to rewind formulae of all chapters of first sem mathematics. So first chapter is logarithms. The first formula is a to the power of x equals to capital N, where a is not equals to 1. So it is called a exponential form. So very important property, a is not equals to 1, that means base should not be equals to 1 in the exponential form. Then its logarithm form is log n base a equals to x. So in the exponential form base is a and in the logarithm base is a. So base is common in the both, just these two will be interchanged. Okay. So next third one is log m into n base a equals to log m base a plus log n base a. So the product formula it is. So product will become addition. Next fourth one, log m by n base a. It is a division formula. So it is log m base a minus log n base a. So division will convert into a subtraction. Next fifth one, log a to the power of m base b equals to, this power will become 1 m into log a base b. Next sixth one is log a to the power of m b to the power of n equals to m by n log a base b. Seventh one is log a to the power of log a b to the power of n equals to 1 by n log a base b. Next eighth one is a to the power of log m base a equals to m, because here base is a and logarithm base also a. So then a log base a will get cancelled. So then m is the answer. And the ninth one is under root x. So here square root will become here x to the power of 1 by 2. So it is a very important. So these 9 formulas are important for this chapter. Next second chapter, partial fractions. In this first one is, for example, f of x divided by g of x. So f of x is called a numerator and g of x is called a denominator. So and f of x, g of x both are polynomials in the variable x. So if f of x is, the degree of a f of x is less than degree of a g of x, so then f of x by g of x is called a proper fraction. For example, 5x plus 6 divided by 2 minus x square. Here numerator degree is a 1, the exponent is 1. Next denominator degree is a 2. So here numerator degree is less than the denominator degree. Next in the second example, numerator degree is a 2 and the denominator degree is a 3. So here also numerator degree less than the denominator. So both are example for the proper fraction. Next to second one, in a fraction f of x by g of x, if the degree of f of x is greater or equal to degree of a g of x, so then it is called a improper fraction. So for example, here numerator degree is a 2, denominator degree is a 1, so here numerator degree is greater than the denominator, so it is an improper fraction. Next coming to second one, here let's simplify this, x to the power of 4 plus 1 divided by x square into x square, x to the power of 4, x square into 1 is x square. Here numerator degree, denominator degree both are equal, so then it is also a improper fraction. That is why degree of f of x is greater or equal to g of x, so it is called a improper fraction. Next third one is division formula, that is called division algorithm. So division algorithm means dividend equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So for example, 5 by 3 is a one fraction. So here 5 and here is a 3. 3 ones are 3, remainder 2. So 5 is called a dividend, 3 is called a divisor, 1 is called a quotient, 2 is called a remainder. So no more formulas in this chapter, but two important methods are there to find out the constants in the partial fractions, which are general method, next is suppression method. So these are the important methods to find out the constants in this chapter. Third chapter, matrices and determinants. In this chapter, first we have to learn types of matrices. First one is square matrix. So in the matrix, number of rows and columns are equal. It is called a square matrix. For example, 2, 1, 3, 2. Your number of rows 2 and number of columns 2, it is called a square matrix. Second one is rectangular matrix. So in a matrix, number of rows and number of columns are different. So it is called a rectangular matrix. So in this, number of rows 2 and number of columns 3. So number of rows, columns different. So it is called a rectangular matrix. Next, third one is row matrix. So in a matrix containing only one row, it is called a row matrix. So here it has only one row but three columns. And next here 0, 2. It is also row matrix, one row, two columns. Next, fourth one, column one matrix. A matrix containing only one row, it is called one column, it is called a column one matrix. So there are total 3 rows but only one column. Next here 2, 0. It is also a column one matrix. So 2 rows, only one column. Next, fifth one is null matrix or zero matrix. In a matrix, every element is 0 is called a null matrix or zero matrix. Here 2 by 2. Next here 0, 0. Every element should be a 0 and it is denoting with O and its order. Here, for example, here its order is O 2 by 2 and the second one O 2 by 1. Sixth one, principal diagonal of elements. So in a square matrix, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Its order is 3 by 3. It is a square matrix. So here 1, 5, 9, 1, 5, 9 are called a principal diagonal elements. Let's take one more. 1, 0, 3. 1, 0, 2, 3. It is also a square matrix. In this 1, 3 are called a principal diagonal elements. Next to diagonal matrix. In a square matrix, all elements are 0 except principal diagonal elements. For example, 2, 3. This is a square matrix with order 3 by 3. In this, the principal diagonal elements are 2, 3, 1. And observe the remaining elements all are zeros. It is called a diagonal matrix. For example, it is denoting with A. Then A equals to, we can write in shortcut DIAG, diagonal of 2, 3, 1. Next, eighth one is scalar matrix. Scalar. So in a square matrix, all elements are equal in the principal diagonal and remaining elements are zeros. It is called a scalar matrix. So 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2. In this, all elements are zeros except two principal diagonal elements and all are equal. It is called a scalar matrix. Next to unit matrix or identity matrix. In a square matrix, the diagonal elements are equal to 1 and remaining elements are zeros. It is called a unit matrix. So it is denoting with I 2 by 2. That means identity matrix with order 2. Or we can write in shortcut I2. Next one is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. It is a square matrix with order 3, and in this diagonal elements are equal to 1 and remaining elements are 0, so it is called a unit matrix or identity matrix with order 3. So we can write in shortcut I. Next, 10th one is triangular matrices. Triangular matrices are two types. Here, for example, in a square matrix, the principal diagonal elements, all elements below the principal diagonal are equals to 0. It is called a upper triangular matrix. The elements of the above the principal diagonal are equals to 0. It is called a lower triangular matrix. So below elements are 0, it is called upper triangular matrix. Above elements are zeros, it is called a lower triangular matrix. Next, 11th one, equality of a matrices. So equality of a matrices means two matrices A and B, they have a same order. So 2 by 2, 2 by 2. So then their corresponding elements are equal when A equals to B. So if A equals to B, then we can equate the corresponding elements. So here A is equals to 1 and B equals to 4. So order must be equal and corresponding elements should be equal in the two triangles. So then the two triangles are equality of a matrices. The next topic is operations on matrices. The first one is addition. So addition is possible when the two matrices having the same order. Here A matrix order is 2 by 2, B matrix order also 2 by 2. Then we can do the addition. So A plus B equals to, it is also a matrix. So add the corresponding elements 1 plus 0, 2 plus 9. So it is equals to 1, 11, 6, 8. Its order also a same 2 by 2. Its second operation is subtraction. Let two matrices A and B with the same order. A matrix order 2 by 2, B matrix order also 2 by 2. Then subtraction is possible. So subtract the corresponding elements. So 1 minus 0, 1, 2 minus 0, 2, 3 minus 8, minus 5, 4 minus 3 is 1 and its order also a same 2 by 2. Next, third operation is multiplication. But before going that, scalar multiplication is important. Scalar multiplication means, for example, A is a one matrix, any order. Here 2, 3, 4, 0. Its order is 2 by 2. Then 2 into A, that means 2 into matrix A, 2, 3, 4, 0. Now 2 multiply and inside with every element, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 into 0, 0. So this is called a scalar multiplication. So matrix multiplying with a one real number, it is called a scalar multiplication. Now the fourth one is multiplication. So the multiplication is possible when the matrix A here order is 2 by 2 and matrix B order is 2 by 2. So when the number of columns in the first matrix equals to number of rows in the second matrix, then only multiplication is possible. And the order of the answer matrix is here. This is called a order of the answer matrix. So A into B equals to, see, first row multiply with first column. So 2 into 6 plus 3 into 2. Next to first row with the second column 2 into 3 plus 3 into 1. Next to second row with the first column 4 into 6 plus 9 into 2. Second row with the second column 4 into 3 plus 9 into 1. So it is equals to 6 2s are 12, 3 2s are 6, it is 18, 2 3s are 6, 3 into 1 3, it is 9, 4 6 are 24, 9 2s are 8, 9 2s are 8, so it is 42. Next 4 3s are 12, 9 1s are 9, so it is equals to 21. So its order is what? 2 by 2. So some more type of matrices are there. So that is transpose matrix. In any matrix, rows and columns are interchanged. It is called a transpose matrix. So for example, A equals to 2, 3, 8, 9, 3, 6. In these two rows, three columns are there. Then the transpose matrix is denoting with A transpose or A dash. So here the first row is 2, 3, 3 will become first column. Second row is 8, 9, 6, it will become second column. So rows and columns are interchanged. It is called a transpose matrix. Next one is symmetric matrix. If A transpose equals to A, then A is called a symmetric matrix. Next to skew symmetric matrix. So if A transpose equals to minus A, then A is called a skew symmetric matrix. Next formula is determinant of a matrices. Determinant is possible only for square matrix. So in this chapter, two type of determinants are there. One is 2 by 2 matrix determinant, another one is 3 by 3 matrix determinant. So for example, matrix A is A, B, C, D. Then its determinant is denoting with mod A. So it is equals to mod A, B, C, D. So its answer is A into D minus B into C, cross multiplication. A into D minus B into C, it is a determinant of 2 by 2 matrix. Next, determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. So for example, A equals to 3 by 3 matrix. To find out the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix, select any row, any column, your wish. You can select any row, any column, but always we are selecting the first row. Expand the first row elements. How to expand? Here first element is A1 and delete the row and column and the remaining elements determinant. Okay, so remaining elements determinant is what? B2 into C3 minus C2 into B3. Next second element is B1. Here you should take the minus B1 and cancel the respective row and column. Remaining elements A2, C2, A3, C3. Its determinant. So A2 into C3 minus C2 into A3. Next third element is C1. So cancel the row and column. Remaining elements determinant. So plus C1 into A2 into B3 minus B2 into A3. So this is a 3 by 3 order matrix determinant. Next to minor of a matrix. So in a square matrix, for example, it is a one 3 by 3 square matrix. So if you want to find out the minor of a A1, then delete the row and column, find out the determinant of remaining elements. It is called a minor of a A1. So after deleting the row and column of A1 and A1, so then the remaining elements are B2, C2, B3, C3. So it's a determinant. So that is B2 into C3 minus C2 into B3. For example, you want to find out the minor of a B2, then cancel the row and column, the remaining elements mod A1, C1, A3, C3. So its a determinant is A1 into C3 minus C1 into A3. In this way you can find out the minor of each element of the 3 by 3 matrix. Mostly we are using this for 3 by 3 matrix. Next to cofactor matrix. So for example, we want to find out the cofactor of a matrix A1. So that is, first it's a minor of a A1, let us write B2 C2 B3 C3 is a minor of a A1. This matrix this determinant you multiply with minus 1 all to the power of I plus j. I means row number, j means column number. So minus 1 into A1 is in the first row and first column. So into it's a determinant B2 into C3 minus C2 into B3. So minus 1 whole power 1 plus 1 is 2. Minus 1 whole square is plus 1 into B2 C3 minus C2 B3. Similarly, let us find out the cofactor of a element b1. So it is equals to, first of all, its a minor is what? Minor is mod a2 c2 a3 c3. This minor multiply with -1 whole power I plus j. So -1 whole power, it is in the first row and second column, and determinant is a2 c3 minus c2 a3. -1 whole power, 1 plus 2 is a 3, so -1 whole cube is -1. So -1 multiply with determinant answer a2 c3 minus c2 a3. In this way you can find out the cofactor of every element of a matrix. Next one is singular and non-singular matrix. For example, A equals to one matrix, that is 4 minus 2 minus 6 3. So let us find its determinant. 4 into 3 minus 2 into minus 6. 4 3s are 12 minus 2 into minus 6 plus 12. So it is equals to 0. When the determinant of a matrix A is 0, then A is called a singular matrix. Otherwise it is a non-singular matrix. Let's take one matrix B. Find its determinant. 4 into minus 3 minus 7 into here minus 7 into 5. 4 into minus 3 minus 12. 7 5 is a 35. It is equals to 23. It is not equal 0, then B is called a non-singular matrix. Next, adjoint of a square matrix. For example, A is a 1 3 by 3 matrix. First I will take the 2 by 2 matrix. So A, B, C, D is a 1 2 by 2 square matrix. So then it's adjoint. Denoting with ADJ, here capital A. So we have a direct formula to find out the adjoint matrix of a 2 by 2. That is, interchange the diagonal elements and change the symbol for the remaining elements. So minus B minus C. For example, A equals to 3 minus 2 1 minus 3. Then its adjoint matrix A is, first interchange the diagonal elements. So that means here minus 3, here 3, and change the sign for the remaining elements. So that means minus 2 is there, then 2, 1 is there, then it is minus 1. So it is adjoint matrix of a 2 by 2 matrix. Let's check the A is a 1 3 by 3 square matrix. So its adjoint matrix is adjoint of A equals to cofactor matrix of A, and it's a transpose. So that means, for example, the cofactor matrix of A is here. Replace every element with its cofactor. So A1 replace with capital A1, capital B1, capital C1. Now adjoint of a matrix A is, just apply the transpose for this. So what will happen? A1, here A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. Next C1, C2, C3. So this is called a adjoint matrix of a 3 by 3 order. Next, last one is inverse of a matrix. This inverse matrix is possible only for non-singular matrix. So then inverse matrix of A is denoting with A inverse. So the formula is adjoint matrix of A divided by mod A. Otherwise sometimes we can write 1 by mod A into adjoint of a matrix A. This is a inverse formula. Next, fourth chapter, review of a trigonometric ratios. Let's take a one right angle triangle. In this, angle B equals to 90 degrees and angle C is a theta. So theta opposite side AB, theta adjacent side is BC, and 90 degrees opposite side is called a hypotenuse. So first of all, trigonometric ratios. First trigonometric ratio is sin theta. Sin theta equals to opposite side to divided by hypotenuse. So it is equals to AC divided by, opposite to theta is AB divided by hypotenuse is AC. Second one is cos theta. So theta adjacent side, so adjacent side to theta divided by hypotenuse, so that is BC divided by hypotenuse AC. Next third one is tan theta, it is equals to opposite side to theta divided by adjacent side to theta. Opposite side to theta is AB and adjacent side to theta is BC. Next fourth one is cot theta, so that is adjacent side to theta divided by opposite side to theta. Adjacent side to theta is BC and opposite side to theta is AB. So that means here tan theta is equals to 1 by cot theta. Cot theta equals to 1 by tan theta. Next fifth one is sec theta, it is equals to sec theta equals to hypotenuse divided by adjacent side to theta. Hypotenuse AC and adjacent side to theta is BC. So that means sec theta is equals to 1 by cos theta. Next cos theta equals to 1 by sec theta. Next last one is cosec theta. Cosec theta equals to hypotenuse divided by opposite side to theta. Hypotenuse AC divided by opposite side to theta is AB. So that means cosec theta is equals to 1 by sin theta and sin theta equals to 1 by cosec theta. Trigonometric ratios of 0 to 90 degrees. So first one is sin theta. Sin 0 is 0, sin 30 is 1 by 2, sin 45 is 1 by root 2, sin 60 is root 3 by 2, sin 90 is 1. Next trigonometric ratio is cos theta. Just write the all sign values in the reverse order. So cos 0 is 1, cos 30 root 3 by 2, cos 45 same as it is 1 by root 2, cos 60 1 by 2 and cos 90 degrees is 0. Using these two you can define remaining 4 trigonometric ratios very easily. I will explain one. Tan theta, that is sin theta by cos theta. So tan theta equals to sin theta divided by cos theta. So then tan 0 means 0 by 1 is 0, 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2, 2 cancel, so then 1 by root 3. Next to tan 45, 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2, both will get cancelled, it is equals to 1. Next to tan 60, here 2 cancel, so then root 3, 1 by 0 is undefined, undefined means infinite. Similarly you can find out cot theta, sec theta, cosec theta. Trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. So complementary angles means sum of the two angles is 90 degrees and then two angles are called complementary angles. So in this triangle ABC, angle B 90 degrees, then the remaining two angles are complementary. So take it as a theta, otherwise take this as a theta, then it will become 90 minus theta. So sin 90 minus theta equals to cos theta. So cos 90 minus theta equals to sin theta. Next to tan 90 minus theta equals to cot theta. Cot 90 minus theta equals to tan theta. Sec 90 minus theta equals to cosec theta. So cosec 90 minus theta equals to sec theta. So these are complementary angles. Next to identities, we have a total 3 identities. First one is sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Second one is secant square theta minus tan square theta equals to 1. Third one is cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. So next one is allied angles. So that means minus theta, 90 plus or minus theta, 180 plus or minus theta, 270 plus or minus theta, 360 plus or minus theta are called allied angles of a trigonometry ratio. So in this, first of all, sine of minus theta equals to minus sine theta. Next to cos of minus theta equals to cos theta. Next to tan of minus theta equals to minus tan theta. Cot of minus theta equals to minus cot theta. Sec of minus theta equals to plus sec theta. Cosec of minus theta equals to minus cosec theta. So for cos of minus theta and sec of minus theta will get positive, remaining all negative. So what about remaining angles? So for this we have a one separate process. So if the angle is 90 plus or minus theta, 270 plus or minus theta, so then the trigonometry ratio will be changed. So sine will change to cos, cos will change to sine, tan will change to cot, next to cot will change to tan, sec change to cosec, and cosec will change to sec. So second one is, if angle is 180 plus or minus theta and 360 plus or minus theta, so then there is no changes in the trigonometry ratio. That means sine will be sine as it is, cos as it is, and cosec is cosec as it is. So using these two formulas we can understand how the trigonometry ratio will be changed. But what about sine? So sine changed to cos, but the cos is positive cos or negative cos. Cos changed to sine, whether sine is positive sine or negative sine. So it will depend on one diagram. For example, it is a x-axis and it is a y-axis, and in the first quadrant, this is a first quadrant, this is a second quadrant, it is third quadrant, and it is fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant, 0 degrees and it is exactly 90 degrees. So in this, the angle range is 0 less than or equals to theta less than 90 degrees. So more than 0 and below 90 degrees. In this, for all trigonometry ratios, sine is positive sine. Next, in the second quadrant, the angle range is 90 degrees less than or equals to theta less than 180 degrees. In this, only for sine and cosec positive and remaining trigonometry ratios are negative. And in the third quadrant, the theta range is 180 degrees less than or equals to theta less than 270 degrees. Only for tan and cot positive, remaining all are negative. And coming to fourth quadrant, the theta range is 270 less than or equals to theta less than 360 degrees. In this, only for cos and sec positive, remaining all are negative. So to remember easily, first quadrant is all, second quadrant is called a silver, and third quadrant is called a tea, fourth quadrant is called a cups. All silver tea cups. Otherwise, all students take coffee. So in this way you can remember very easily. Next chapter, trigonometry ratios of compound angles. What is the meaning of compound angle? Sum or difference of a two or more angles are called a compound angles. A plus B or A minus B, A plus B plus C, or A plus B minus C, or A minus B minus C. So these are called compound angles. So first one is addition of two angles. The first one is sine A plus B. It is equals to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Next to cos A plus B equals to cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Next to tan A plus B equals tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Next to cot A plus B equals to cot B into cot A minus 1 divided by cot A plus cot B. So these are the addition of two angles formulae. Next is subtraction of the two angles. So that is sin A minus B equals to sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Next to cos A minus B equals to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Next to tan A minus B equals to tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A into tan B. Next to cot A minus B equals to cot A into cot B plus 1 divided by cot B minus cot A. Next to two important identities are sin A plus B into sin A minus B equals to sin square A minus sin square B or cos square B minus cos square A. Next second one is cos A plus B into cos A minus B. It is equals to cos square A minus sin square B or cos square B minus sin square A. Next to addition of three angles, so that is sin A plus B plus C equals to sin A cos B into cos C plus cos A into sin B into cos C plus cos A into cos B into sin C minus sin A into sin B into sin C. Next second one is cos A plus B plus C equals to cos A cos B cos C minus cos A into sin B into sin C minus sin A into cos B into sin C minus sin A into sin B into cos C. So next one is tan A plus B plus C equals to tan A plus tan B plus tan C minus tan A into 1 minus tan A into tan B minus tan B into tan C minus tan C into tan A. Next to cot A plus B plus C. Cot A into cot B into cot C minus cot A minus cot B minus cot C divided by cot A into cot B plus cot B into cot C plus cot C into cot A minus 1. Sixth chapter, trigonometry, ratios of multiple and submultiple of angles. So multiple means if A is a one angle, so then 2A, 3A, 4A, dash are called multiple angles. Next submultiple means A by 2, comma, A by 3, comma, A by 4, dash are called submultiple of angles. First topic is trigonometry ratios of angle 2A. So first one is sin 2A equals to 2 sin A into cos A. Next to cos 2A equals to cos square A minus sin square A or 2 cos square A minus 1 or 1 minus 2 sin square A. So there are total three formulas for this. Next to tan 2a equals to 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. And here for sin 2a, one more formula in terms of tan. 2 tan a divided by 1 plus tan square a. And similarly for cos 2a, 1 minus tan square a divided by 1 plus tan square a. Next to trigonometric ratios of a, 3a. First one is sin 3a equals to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. Next to cos 3a equals to 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Next to tan 3a equals to 3 tan a minus tan cube a divided by 1 minus 3 tan square a. So next to cot 3a equals to cot cube a minus 3 cot a divided by 3 cot square a minus 1. Next to trigonometric ratios of half angle. So we know that sin 2a equals to 2 sin a into cos a. Then and one more formula, 2 tan a divided by 1 plus tan square a. Then half angle means sin a equals to 2 sin a by 2 into cos a by 2. Next 2 tan a by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square a by 2. Next to cos 2a equals to, so then cos a formula is cos square a by 2 minus sin square a by 2. Next to 2 cos square a by 2 minus 1. Next to 1 minus 2 sin square a by 2. And the last one, 1 minus tan square a by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square a by 2. Next to tan 2a formula is 2 tan a divided by 1 minus tan square a. Then tan a formula is 2 tan a by 2 divided by 1 minus tan square a by 2. Along these two important formulas, a cube plus b cube equals to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. A cube minus b cube equals to a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Next, a plus b whole cube equals to a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3a b square. And a minus b whole cube equals to a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b plus 3a b square.